Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be unboxing and giving a quick review of the Breville electric wok. Okay, and I already have a carbon steel wok that I really enjoyed, and I know that this isn't going to be as good as a carbon steel wok over open flame, but carbon steel is hard to take care of and hard to manage, and if this electric wok can get hot enough and be comparable to my carbon steel wok, I find that I just don't do a lot of stir frying because the maintenance on the carbon steel is so cumbersome. So when I had a electric wok in the past, I used it quite often, mostly because it was convenient. So this is the Breville RM-BEW600XL wok. It is a 14-inch wok, and it's a 1500 watt, and that's why I bought this one. It's got 15 temperature settings. I really don't need 15. High, low, and medium always works good for me. I want to test out the non-stick cooking surface. Again, it's 1500 watts, which should do the trick. 6-quart capacity, and it says the parts are dishwasher safe. I'm assuming that's probably just the lid. So we're going to open it up here and take a look at it, and then we'll plug it in. We're going to do a little bit of frying. We're going to do a little rice, a little stir-fried rice. We're going to do some scrambled egg and some mushrooms in there just to see how they fry up. So we'll be right back. I'm going to start taking this out the best I can, and I'll show you what's inside. Okay, so incidentally, I did get this on Amazon. It is certified refurbished, brand new. They're like $175. This was $120, certified refurbished. So here goes the instruction manual. I do believe it comes with it. Here's the top covering. I don't know how much I can get out of here with one hand. Here's the glass lid. I'll have to unwrap that separately. And here's the base unit. Both items were wrapped in plastic. Which is good. Alright, so let me pull that out and get rid of the box, and we'll be right back. Okay, the only other thing that was in the box was the power cord, and it also was wrapped in plastic. Now, right off the bat, I'm not going to lie, this thing is pretty heavy. It's got some weight to it. Even the lid itself has got a good amount of weight to it. So it is solid, I'll give it that, but it's pretty heavy. Not too hard to tip it, to clean it and dump it out and that kind of stuff. It's got completely round bottom. There is no flat surface. There is no groove, which is something that I was definitely interested in. I would like it to come to more of a deeper if I could, but that's about the best I'm going to get in an electric wok. But my old one actually had a flat bottom to it, and I did not like that. So I do like that that's completely round. Now this electrical piece, if I show you, it's got a little lever to release, and what you do is you push that in all the way till it kind of clicks, and then it won't come out. So now it won't come out unless you pull the lever or push the button like that. So there's nothing to lock it. It sort of just locks itself, but once it's locked, it won't come out. Okay, so I'm gonna heat this up and prep a little bit of food, and we'll just see how initially how it fries up and how hot it gets. So I'll be back when we're ready for that. Okay, a couple more things I need to mention before we go ahead and plug this in is that if you can see back there, I have two-pronged outlet there by my stove, and this is a three-pronged plug-in. So and it's not a very long cord either, so what you're gonna have to do is find a place in the kitchen that's gonna take a three-prong, and I don't really have one that's very convenient unless I just worked over here on this surface, but this is usually my prep area, so I just have an extension cord over here and I can plug it in that way. Another thing this had that I didn't know about until I was playing around with it, it actually has a little open and close valve on the lid, which is kind of nice, and it looks like it vents right out the side here. It's a little raised lip right there, and it just vents out and you can shut it off. So that's pretty cool too, and I didn't know that when I ordered it, so it's a nice advantage that like I said, I wasn't aware of. Okay, so as far as the 15 settings are concerned, it's just 15 numbers, and this moves freely, so it's not like 15 preset positions, so that's really almost misleading. Okay, and so right here you can see I'm right above the 14. It's at the highest, and it took about four and a half minutes to get that hot. So right there is where it clicks on and off, so you know it's at temperature. So we're gonna go ahead and by the way, I let that heat up on high. It took 4.5 minutes with the lid on. I imagine it would have taken longer without, and this is pretty hot. I can feel the heat right now. It's about as close as I get without, you know, having to pull my hand away. And since it is such of a high heat, I'm going to use some vegetable oil instead of olive oil. And I'm only trying to use just a little bit. There go the eggs. And to me that's exactly the way it would cook in the carbon steel. See how it's browning up a little bit right there? Again, I'm not really making a recipe here. I'm just going through a few typical stuff. But they're ready right now. I need to dump these out before they overcook. So let me stop. I need 2 hands for that. Okay, so the eggs just dumped right out, no problem. Put a little more oil in for the mushrooms. Check the temperature. No, the light didn't kick back on yet, so it is holding. I know I'm not really filling this up with very much here. I got a lot of rice. Let's see if that rice brings down the temperature very much. Those mushrooms aren't going to do much. That's a big bowl of rice. Yeah, and that light did come back on, which I would imagine it would. Question is, how long will it take to go off, and how much of a difference is it really making on the cooking process? So those are two things we'll check out as we cook this down. Light's still on. I don't know if you can see that or not, but yeah, it's still on. I'd like to get a nice good singe on this rice. Definitely not sticking. Of course, when you coat your rice with egg yolk like I do, it'll never stick. Alright, so I had to hurry up and delete some stuff for some more memory. It's doing pretty good. It's nice and fluffy. It's not soggy. Light never did go off since I put the rice in. Put in a little soy sauce here. This smells almost good enough to eat. There we have it. It did its job. Again, I think the temperature would have come up a little bit faster on the carbon steel wok, but as you can see, it's still cooked pretty much the same. Maybe took a little longer than the carbon steel wok would have done on a high flame. But again, it's all about the convenience. This is going to wipe out really nice. Just rinse it in the sink. I'll show you that step in a second. Okay, so I have this propped up. I hope it doesn't fall, but I just want to be able to rinse it out, wipe it out with a paper towel, and be done. So that works out too. Alright, so it went rinsed right out, wiped clean, completely clean with a paper towel. And it's good to go for the next use. So I really like it. As far as convenience goes, that's exactly what I was looking for. And like I said, it's fried up comparably, and certainly good enough to where I wouldn't say that I wouldn't use it. So yeah, so there you have it. I think that worked out pretty good. I hope that was informative to you, and I hope that helped you in your purchase decision. So once again, thanks for watching.